Hello. Hey, it's me, Gary with the T, and it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. And we're all still neighbors. And I'm excited about it, y'all. But you know what? Without further ado, honey, we just got to get on, baby. It's time to pour this tea, honey, because it's hot. All right, y'all. If you don't know by now, it is official that Wendy Williams will no longer have her show, baby. It's called the Sherri Shepard Show. Now, Sherri, honey, officially gained the show. You know, she said all her life, honey, she wanted to have a talk show. So right now she got her own talk show. So I think it's going to start in June. At one point they were saying September, but I think now it's going to start in June. It's going to be the Sherri Shepard Show. They're going to still kind of keep it along the line. They're going to keep all the people from Wendy on Sherri's show, honey. So they're going to be working that out, and it's going to be a good thing, honey, because Sherri said she'd been wanting the show. Well, we was getting so many mixed signals. Some people saying, you know, getting all these different things coming out, saying that Wendy sent out a statement saying that she, you know, wanted, you know, couldn't wait to come back to her show. Then they had a statement saying that Wendy said she understands that this is business and, you know, they have to move on, honey. And it's just too much for me. But my thing is, I just hope and pray that Wendy does come back to a show somewhere, because they're saying they're kind of like leaving the door open where if Wendy did want to come back, she could. But whatever the situation is, honey, whatever Wendy is going through, honey, we just need to keep her lifted in prayer, because you don't just walk away from your show. Now, some people are saying, with Wendy being the queen of all media, honey, and all the yap that she does and stuff, there's no way that she would have not said something. And, you know, we haven't really heard anything directly from Wendy. Now, you know, they had all these old tapes that they were playing saying that, you know, that Wendy was on the beach and all that stuff, honey. So you don't know what the deal was. But I know one thing, honey, from what I'm kind of sensing, she never got over that damn divorce, honey. That husband, honey, took her ass through the ringers, honey. She did not get over it. He was basically her only friend. He ruled her life, honey. And, you know, they were just like Bonnie and Clyde. But, you know, like the rumors was reported saying that Wendy said that she knew her husband was a cheater and she had not really had a problem with the cheating, but if there was a baby to come into play, she was out. But that baby came into play, honey. And now I guess she's out, but I don't know. Some people say she fell off the wagon, honey. I hope she didn't fall off the wagon. I hope she didn't have a relapse, honey. But you know, with something like that happening, she had to put on a good face, honey, to come on TV every day and, you know, entertain us and what have you. So she did a good job at it, but something it's just not right. I mean, then, you know, her mom died, so she had to deal with that. So she had to deal with her mother's death. Then she had to deal with a divorce, honey, and God knows what, honey. But whatever the situation is, honey, this girl is out, and Sherri Shepard is gonna be in. So, honey, we're gonna see how this all work out, honey. How Sherri does, honey. I mean, you know, a lot of people saying they're liking her, and a lot of people too was saying that they were saying that they was trying not to let the public know that Sherri was taking the show over, because, you know, they were saying that Sherri was the top fill-in, so to speak. But they didn't want to say, you know, as if she had the show officially, because they were afraid that, you know, if you say that Sherri got the show and here Wendy's still out going through what she's going through, people would think, oh, she took Wendy's show, and people won't like her. So she got to kind of, you know, finesse the people to make them like her and stuff, you know, to like the show. So we're going to see how this all turn out, honey. But, you know, good luck to her in her endeavor, honey. I mean, you know, hopefully, you know, the show lasts long, honey. Hopefully, you know, she does well. You know, I work with Sherri every day on Dish Nation. So, you know, I wish her well, honey. So, you know, I'm just, you know, waiting, honey, till my ship come in. You know, like Sherri said, all her life she wanted a talk show. And I'm not going to say all my life I wanted a talk show, but I think it would be nice. I think I could have been the best person, but I did not go out and then, you know, me not having, you know, the quote unquote, the proper representation to put me out there like that. That's why, honey, I'm just going to just wait. And like the old folks say, I'm going to wait on the Lord, and I'm sure he's going to guide me through. So whatever is out there for me, I'm going to have it. Just like this wonderful podcast that you all are listening to today. This was for me. And I have it. So I'm grateful and thankful that you all are tuning in. And, you know, we just really love you. Yeah, I love you. No matter what people say, honey, I love you. Speaking of love, honey, T.I., honey, a lot of people, y'all, honey, are just, T.I. baby is clapping back at the children, honey. Now, there's a comedian by the name of Godfrey, honey, and he just started talking about T.I.'s stand-up. So he said, first of all, T.I. ain't no damn stand-up comedian. So he said, why should he go to the show? Well, I mean, that's what that is. But people, honey, get very upset, when they had to master their craft, and then there's people that come out all of a sudden and say, "Oh, I want to be like this, honey." My thing is, okay, a damn football player wants to be a damn teacher. A teacher want to be a comedian, and a comedian, damn it, wants to play jacks. Just something stupid. And a lawyer wants to be a damn a football player. Nobody wants to do what they doing for the most part. You've been blessed to do these jobs and what have you, and you don't want to do them. Well, T.I. is a rapper, honey, but he's playing with comedy. But comedians are angry because they have to work real hard to get to this point in their life to get to do comedy, and then there goes a rapper just pull it out of his ass, say, "Oh, I want to tell a joke." And it just hurts these comedians, and it just hurt anybody that's in the craft. Just like people don't understand, like with me with radio and TV, that ain't no damn easy job. I just make it look easy, and I've been doing it long enough. But it's not an easy job, honey. Some people think, "Oh, girl, I go pull it." No, you can't, bitch. Oh, no, let me just rephrase it. Yes, you can, but you gotta do it like me, because you can't just wake up, honey. First of all, and just do this, honey. I'll never forget. I had an instructor, a good friend of mine, Sherri Smith. And she said this so profoundly that people want to know, and everybody want to be in radio. Well, they call it radio personality. And she said it so eloquently, honey. You got to be a personality, bitch, to be in radio. That's why it's called radio personality. Yeah, you might get up and do radio and talk, but girl, no. You got to be a personality. You got to have a personality. So with that being said, honey, everybody want to do this, honey, but you got to have the personality to carry out these damn jobs, honey. You can't just wake up and say, "Oh, I want to be a teacher." No, girl, you got to go to school and learn how to teach, honey, and learn all the stuff that goes with teaching. And it's the same with radio and TV, girl. I went to college, honey, and got my degree. Now, my degree is not in radio, but it's in business management. But I went to broadcasting school. Why? Because I was working in broadcasting. I was doing radio, honey, long before I went to broadcasting school, because I got to the point where I said, you know what? I don't want to sit around, honey, and these people doing shop talk, and my ass don't know what they're talking about. So I said I had to go educate myself. So that's why I went to broadcasting school to learn. So now I know, and that makes me a radio personality. But if you just think you're going to wake up, honey, all of a sudden and do this, your chances are slim to none, even though there's a lot of people doing stuff now, just like when the reality shows and all that stuff came out. Everybody became an actor and an actress. Well, the trained actor and actresses were pissed. They're like, "How dare in the hell they get this show? And I've been going to damn school all my life." Well, that's just how the times change, honey. Well, people, everybody learned how to act. Just all you gotta do is just be yourself, really. If you be yourself, I mean, you could definitely be an actor, honey, for the most part, because that's what acting is. People being themselves are, going into other characters and what have you. But nevertheless, people were upset. So they got mad and stuff, and they started, honey, talking and started, getting upset. People was protesting and stuff, carrying on about this stuff. So, but it is what it is. So, with this guy being upset, honey, with T.I. because T.I. is, being, want to be a comedian now, I don't know. My thing is, honey, train him hell. And he already got a lot of money, so train him, and then he can give you some money too, and y'all can be friends or whatever the situation is. But it's a really spooky, sticky situation, honey. People get really upset, honey, about it. So I just don't know what to tell you, honey. I don't know what to say. But I do know one thing. I can say this, honey. I watched Kanye West's biopic, or whatever you want to call it. Yishun, or whatever the name of the shit was. But anyway, it gave me an appreciation for Kanye West. Kanye West have done a lot, and it's like he's a very brilliant person. He's a very smart person, honey. And he just really, he just goes off, I guess, sometimes when he may not be on his prescriptions or whatever he's doing, honey. And like everybody says, his medicine. But he's a very brilliant guy. His mother loved him dearly. She supported him with everything he did, honey. And I mean, he wrote a lot of music for a lot of these damn musicians, out these rappers, and a lot of these other music people, honey. He did a lot. And he also helped Kim Kardashian, too, because first of all, had it not been for Kanye, because Kim, honey, she may have been rich and a star, but the bitch wouldn't dress, and she wasn't on the cover of Vogue magazine, and she wasn't doing all that stuff, honey, until Kanye came into her life. Kanye came into her life, baby, and introduced her to some things, honey, to fashion and all this stuff that she's doing now. So I'm not gonna take that away from him, honey. He, excuse me. He did, do that for her. So, but he's done a lot, and I think, kudos out to him. And he's a very brilliant person. He's going through some things right now, and that's what smart artsy people do. They go through some things, honey. They crazy. Yep, kind of crazy. And this is what happens, honey. These girls, they too smart for their own britches, honey. So, that's the thing what it is, honey. So I guess that's the way love goes. Now, y'all remember we talked about it, and I talked about it, honey, that Cardinal B, honey, or should I say Cardi B, sued this blogger, Tasha K, saying that this girl said some things about her, and that wasn't true. And it was lies, and what happened, and Cardi took it to court. And Cardi won. Well, honey, now Miss Tasha said, honey, girl, I can't afford that judge, no $4 million judgment. Now, this girl, honey, her coins are limited like everybody else's. But so, baby, she said, she can't afford it. So my thing is, how does that work? Does they garnish her wages? Does they take away her money, or how does that work, honey? Because I know when I didn't pay my student loans, baby, honey, they garnished my wages. These girls took my coins, honey. They took my little checks, baby. They took a portion of my checks, honey, to pay off the thing. And that's the way it was. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that. Nobody called and told me nothing. Nobody told me nothing, but they showed it up in my check, honey. That girl, honey, was short. So we gotta pray, honey, how this gonna work out, honey, how Miss Tasha gonna work this out, honey. If she gonna have to pay Cardi B, or does she have to go clean her house, or what? What's she gonna have to do? But she's gonna have to do something, honey, because she's gonna have to pay her. So I would just make a settlement and say, girl, look, I would get online and say, girl, I'll never say nothing about you again. Nothing bad, misinformed, or nothing about you again, lady. So please, just let me go, and let me go live my life in peace and harmony. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want peace and harmony. Now, girl, let me tell you, honey. Now, this is a mess, but it is what it is, and I hope it's not true. But now, we all know, we all love Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't y'all like Real Housewives of Atlanta? You do? Mm-hmm. Well, baby, it's a mess going on, and I'm not going to accept this. I'm not going to accept it because I know, honey, that, it got to be a lie. You know what they said about rumors? They spreading faster, honey, than any other disease out there. So, but this is the deal. Now, I watch Real Housewives, and I want to make sure, honey, I get it straight for y'all. But they're saying, honey, that Real Housewives of Atlanta is about to do some mess. Or should I say next season, because they just finished taping this season. But they're saying, honey, that that next season, honey, it's gonna be some mess, and that somebody's gonna get fired. And I'm like, honey, how y'all gonna do that? Well, they're saying that Real Housewives is expected or planning to fire Candy. Now, I don't know why they would want to fire Candy, because first of all, let's be clear. Candy is the highest paid housewife out of the whole franchise. Should I say franchise, huh? Now, they said they're wrapping up, but they're saying, y'all, that, honey, this season is going to be one of the hottest seasons, baby, one of the best seasons, of the years, I gather. Now they're saying, y'all, the upcoming season, they say the show is going to feature Miss Marlo, Sherri, Drew, Kenya, Sonia, and Candy. Now, they're saying, honey, that the hottest thing now on the show is Sherri and Marlo. They're saying that they're the hottest things going. Baby, they are the stars that's going. They say Candy this season is very boring. And they say, honey, with her being the highest paid, that she shouldn't be that damn boring. But now they're talking about, this is the tea, y'all listen. They're saying, y'all, that Jenny Mai may be coming on now. Y'all know Jenny Mai is from The Real. She just had a baby with Jeezy. And they're saying that they're in talks with this girl to come on the show. And I kind of see it too, Jenny and Jeezy split between, they have a mansion here in Atlanta, and they got a place in Los Angeles. So so I know This is very interesting, honey. So, but they have some they said the ceremony, they said now for the Jenny's gonna appear, y'all, on the upcoming season. Now they're saying the producers said the news that the mid-season finale is a vow. So that means Drew Cittymore, or whatever that name, Citty, what's Drew's last name? Sid, whatever, Drew, honey, damn, y'all know her. And her husband Ralphie, they're gonna have a ceremony, and they say it's gonna be attended by, honey, a lot of people: Carrie Wilson, Claudia Jordan, Nevia, Jenny Mai with Jeezy, and they're gonna say and Chili is gonna also be there. So, honey, this is supposed to be the hot thing, but they say, honey, it's gonna be a mess, honey. We're gonna see how this all turn out, but I can't see them letting go of Candy, like I said, because Candy, she's good. Candy for to have her own, show. Candy's for to be have her own the old OLG show. So, and I think that's part of Bravo. So I'm more than sure, honey, they're not gonna let her out or anything like that, baby, because that's money. So, but we gonna all see, honey. I'm wondering, a lot of people was wondering if Portia may come back, because Portia, she's still fresh and new. She could come back, honey, and do a great, honey, show or what have you. But we're gonna see how this all turn out. But it's just very interesting how this here this is gonna be. So I'm gonna be tuned in, baby, because I love me some Real House women of Atlanta, child. Yes, I do. Now, anybody watch the Super Bowl? Everybody, I'm sure we watched the Super Bowl, y'all, honey. It was a good. Everybody raving about the halftime, so it was all right. It was good. It was okay. But Mary J. Blige was one of the stars, honey. She baby performed, did her number and stuff, honey, at the Super Bowl. But let me tell you, honey, Mary J. Blige was in a situation, honey, and a lot of people are talking about it, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way for Mary J. Blige. Now, if y'all haven't talked about it, heard about it, let me tell you, Mary J. Blige was at the All-Star game. That's the basketball situation. And there was a lot of stars there, including Mr. Michael Jordan. Well, honey, it's being reported that Michael Jordan, and I saw the pictures, Michael Jordan took a picture with Mary J. Blige, and a lot of people saying, honey, that Michael's hand was on Mary's ass, honey. He was almost had his finger in the crack of it. And, honey, that was not a good look, honey, because I'm like, Michael Jordan, how dare you, honey? You got your beautiful European or Cuban wife at home. She just gave birth to them twins, and you out there putting your hand allegedly on Mary J. Blige's ass. That's assault. If I was Mary J., honey, I would file assault charges, honey. I don't give a damn if you're a billionaire or not, honey. You didn't like black women. You married who you married. So why you want to put your hands on a black woman's ass, Michael? I don't like that look. That's not a good look at all, honey. And, Mary just went through a turbulent divorce. And now, honey, you allegedly putting your hands all on her booty and stuff, honey. That's not good. And it's Black History Month. Don't do that, Michael. That is not a good look. Because, who was it? It was somebody that, who was it? Tyrese? Mary? Somebody had, on the red carpet, somebody tried to put their hand on Mary J. Blige's ass, baby. She knocked the shit out of him, honey. But they said, Michael Jordan is a billionaire. So a billionaire hand and a regular hand is two different hands. But I'm sorry, honey. No, ma'am. You would not touch me. If I wasn't good enough to marry you, honey, you sure ain't going to be good enough to be playing and touching on my damn booty. What kind of mess is there? How dare you, Michael Jordan? You should be ashamed of yourself, and you need to make a public apology to Mary J. Blige, honey, for even doing that, honey. The children are watching. Just think your kids are watching, honey. That's not a good look. That is not a good look, honey. That's humiliation, honey. And if I was married, like I said, honey, I probably would file assault charges because that's an assault. Yes, I said it. It's an assault. Touching Mary unwarranted, honey. Oh my God. And then he was hugging Kobe's wife too, honey, with Vanessa. But he didn't touch Vanessa, but he touched Mary J. Blige. And speaking of Vanessa, y'all, this is sad. Like they say, a woman has the right to do whatever she want to do with her body. It's her body. Now, people are just, they are raking Vanessa Bryan through the coals. Now, Vanessa recently presented an award. I think it was at the All-Star, or was it Super, one of those places. But she presented an award on behalf of Kobe and her beautiful daughter, Gigi. Well, people was just like, oh my God, because she was wearing black. They said, oh my God, we thought black was supposed to slenderize. But girl, they said, what happened to you, honey? She must be eating herself on the table. I'm like, that is the rudest thing. to say Vanessa then got big, honey, I mean, she may have gained a little weight. She's going through a lot. But people just really just drug her. And there was a lot of people out there really supporting her, saying that a woman could do whatever she want to do with her body, honey. If she want to eat herself to oblivion, she could do that. And she could also wear black, though. But it's sad that people would do that to Miss Vanessa Bryant, honey. I was very hurt and distraught by that. But when I saw the picture, I said, well, it looked like maybe she did gain a little weight, honey. Or maybe she was just wearing a big coat because, you know, big size clothes is in now. And, you know, especially if a woman don't want a man to look at her, she'll wear big clothes. So maybe she's just wearing big clothes because she didn't want Michael Jordan and all of them men to, you know, probably look at her or what have you. So I don't know. But nevertheless, honey, it's sad that people could say such a thing about people, honey. I could imagine, you know, that this woman, honey, just was doing the best she could, honey. And they just sitting there, honey, and talking about her like a dog, honey. Y'all watch Big Brothers? This is my first time watching Big Brother. I've never watched it before, but it's very interesting, y'all. Lamar Odom was on there, and Todd Bridges and Cynthia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, Lamar Odom recently got kicked off, and you know, honey, the guy who had kicked off was Todrick Hall. I think he's a songwriter and you know and all that stuff. But Lamar was very upset. I'm like, why you got upset? Lamar, all you gotta do is call Chloe and talk to Chloe. And stuff, honey. And oh, that's a rerun. And talk to Chloe, honey. And you know, do what you need to do. But he was upset, honey, and things. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry, Lammy. You know, they call him Lammy. Sorry, Lammy. It's gonna be all right, honey. You know, just go ahead on and get on another show, honey. Another reality show, do you, boo, and honey, and just make it happen. It's that simple and easy, Lamar. It is. But nevertheless, whatever the situation is, though, Lamar, you know, you're still a friend. I tried to call your number, but they changed the number, so changed his number. So I guess, honey, after his last relationship, there was no more. Change numbers. I don't change my phone number. I change clothes and go. Did you get it? But anyway, y'all, I just want to thank each and every one of you, honey, for tuning in. You know, it's been beautiful. You all are beautiful, and I love you all. I want you all to, honey, have a great weekend. And remember, honey, if you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. And remember, tell a friend, honey, Gary's Tea. And, honey, if you love the show and if you don't love it, honey, just still click love, honey, because love is definitely in the air. And don't forget, honey, on Mondays, you can tune in to Dare I Said It. Yes, honey, that's where the hot tea, or should I say Wednesdays, I'm getting my days mixed up. On Wednesdays, you can tune in to Dare I Said It, honey. Very hot tea. It's me and the girls, honey, Alfreda's and Vic, and honey, we're pouring more hot tea, and that tea is coming out of a nice glass kettle. Mine's bitch is coming out of, honey, a good iron one, baby, sturdy. Have a great day, and take care, and Feliz Navidad, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Black History Month, and we'll do this again soon. Bye.